What is up, everybody? We are live. Happy Friday. I am here with Silicon Secure. We're going to have some other guests to join. It's going to be a fun one, mainly hanging out, shooting the breeze, getting caught up on current events, all the exciting stuff that's been going on. Oh, we have our first guest, and you are in for a treat. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
Oh, it's good. Just out here setting up for the VeVe 500.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would say that looks like a green screen behind you, but I know that it's actually not.
Oh, no, it's legitimately snow.
That is beautiful. So how's it going
Thank
over
you.
there?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, vendors are rolling in, starting to set up the track. It's pretty good. I'm sitting here with my hot toddy on a break.
Oh,
How's
nice,
the VIP
nice.
section? Is it looking pretty good?
What's that?
How's the VIP section? Is it looking pretty good?
Oh, they're still building it out, but I'll let you know. They're putting in a nice sound system, though.
You know?
Any VIPs?
Are there any VIPs? Not here yet, but they will be.
What?
Excellent.
I'm hosting one.
You're obviously a VIP, Manny.
What?
Also, VeVe Magic is a VIP.
Called out my name on Livestream? What the hell, Metaverse?
My bad.
That's payback for the David Yu thing.
The David Yu thing. Yeah.
What David do you think?
Exactly. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. Oh, we got Randy. What's up, Randy? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming through.
Looks like a kid.
Legit.
Yeah, I can hear the Circle of Life playing in the background.
Oh man, I'm so happy you wore that. It's so good.
Real talk, I've been wearing it for the past 4 days. It's been fantastic. Very warm.
I was gonna ask, is it actually warm? Is it more fun?
Oh no, it's very, very warm. Yeah. Go inside. It's got like a bazillion pockets too. That's pretty cool.
Where do you go
Perfect
shopping
for
something like that?
where do you go shopping for something like this? Instagram. Yeah.
So this is a targeted Instagram ad for you?
Oh, 100%. I think I said snow jacket once, and then it popped up like 30 seconds later.
Amazing.
So, yeah,
It's so
it knows
on point.
me.
It's so on point.
I mean, look at this.
He showed me and he's like, I don't know if I should keep it. I'm like, are you kidding? That's so multi-purpose. You can use that for so many different things. You have to keep it. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's great.
No regrets.
Just get you?
Oh yeah, that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a few construction workers come by and take pictures.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, are you a skier or a snowboarder?
Snowboarder, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been in real talk. We have been snowboarding a little bit. It's fantastic. Perfect conditions every day. Although yesterday I was pretty wiped out and just ended up staying in all day sleeping, which is great.
Nice, nice. So how is the VeVe 500 coming?
It's great. Looks like we're on track. Haha, pun intended. No, it looks like we're on track. I'm really excited to kick it off. Release dates will be announced soon.
Ooh.
These tease. This has been a constant tease. Meanwhile, She-Hulk's been circling. You know,
She-Hulk has been circling.
Hey, and you got your color that you wanted coming to VeVe for the Lambo.
You know,
I know.
That She-Hulk green.
Looks dope.
We did. Yep. Video will come out sometime in the next couple days that'll show the drivers with their cars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
And do you have any big plans for the premiere or?
Nothing really official. I mean, probably just relaxing after it comes out. Yeah. I actually start a road trip. I've told you about VeVe Magic for 3.5 weeks, and so that'll be my break away from production for a little bit.
And you're road tripping for a month, you said?
3.5 weeks to a month. Yeah, somewhere around there. I get back on March 20th.
What possessed you to do that?
I don't know, just because I wanted to do something when I was done with this project before I start my next one at the end of March. So, yeah.
And what are your must hits that you're going to do on your path?
Well, I'm going to come through LA, hopefully see see you. And I'm going to come through San Diego, and then I'm heading to Vegas to my uncle's getting married out there. Not in like the typical Vegas wedding. He just happens to be getting married in Vegas. And then I'm going to Colorado to see some friends, and then hit Yellowstone shortly after that.
Oh, nice.
And then head up to Whistler, Canada. And then I'll come down the West Coast, go to Washington, see some friends, go to Oregon, see my aunt, and then come back through California.
It's a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
driving.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of driving. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. It's a solo trip, too. So the only thing I wish I had is a dog.
Well,
You're
you
pretty
know,
much
you're not the best dog owner.
Hey, listen. I didn't know that story was going to come back to haunt me after I did it.
You're a great dog friend, though.
You
Great
can at
dog
least
friend.
cosplay, so it's all good. You know, family.
Yeah, exactly.
Dog, difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? How's everything going with you guys?
Well, I just got done with an event in live events on the Discord, and Silicon joined us from the bathtub. He still has on his robe. And I'm like, you can't be in the bathtub during this live stream. I'm sorry. No.
Silicon, you're very classy.
Thank you.
Very,
Like,
very
You
classy.
can hear him splashing. I'm like,
And clean.
and clean.
Wait, was this on video?
No. Oh, God. No. No, but there's now pictures on the internet of it. Well, might as well have been, I guess.
Yeah, I love that for
It
you.
was funny though. It was a good. We had a Web3 discussion with Brock McBlockchain, and super informative. We're gonna have more of those. Women X VeVe is sort of hosting them. Miss Slammy, she's a mod. She did a really great job facilitating and amazing questions. So yeah, I would look forward to more of those because I am so unknowledgeable about Web3. So I myself get a lot of value from those conversations.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have like? I have to ask Silicon. Do you have a table that rests across the tub, and like you have like strawberries and champagne sitting on it, and little TVs so you can watch your movies?
I wish it was that full service. It's literally like I got to clear out the kids' toys out of my master bath because our kids always want to take a bath in there. And you got to wait until they're not home because they probably want to jump in. And yeah, throw some bubbles in, you know, get some hot tea going. I got. You know, what's the point of having a water resistant or waterproof phone if you can't take a bath? So yeah,
Gotcha.
Fridays. Nice.
Yeah, Magic was like, "Hey, we're in this space, and come hang out." I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, but you did try to FaceTime me before that, which is now a little weird. I don't need to FaceTime with you in the bathtub.
I think I was going to FaceTime you in the bathtub.
You were. That's what I was like. I can't talk right now.
Not that weird. It's like shoulders up. Like, what am I going to show you?
Yeah, that's fair.
Not weird at all.
Listen, you see worse at the beach. Let's be real.
Yeah, and I'm like Elon Musk, making the best use of my time. I mean, like every minute counts.
So, are you going to be home in time for the Lambo drop, or are you going to try and hit it up there in the slopes?
I will be hitting it up here. I'll be hitting it on. Was it Sunday? Sunday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How are your Wi-Fi speeds?
We got good Wi-Fi at the Airbnb, I believe.
Nice.
We'll find out. We hope.
Those words don't go together. We have good Wi-Fi at Airbnb, I believe.
I believe.
I will say Silicon Secure has excellent Wi-Fi. Every time that I've been there for a drop, I've hit it. And yeah, mine here at the house is horrible. I'm driving to a cell tower to try and get it.
Oh man.
All I gotta say, she can tap it right here. You know, at Silicon Secure's house. I got the wire. I got Wi-Fi access points all over the freaking place.
Nice.
Yeah, we can get drops now. We may have like interference and stuff. Like we may hear like voices in our teeth and mouth or something. But
yeah,
we're definitely getting drops.
I don't know if that's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so you what's your download speeds over there, Silicon?
So I have gig. Over the Wi-Fi, I can get 500 or 600 down.
Nice.
So
do you have you ever done the whole plug in the device via Ethernet adapter to your router? And
slower. So I
was
skip it and I go
every
time.
Gotcha.
So let's talk about some of the events this week. So what did you guys find? Like, what did you like the most about David's interview? And if anything, what was something maybe you were disappointed in or something like that? Let's go Silicon first.
I like some of the questions that Laurie asked. She did a good job, I think. Just kind of asking some of these hard questions the community was talking about. I like the fact that the whole who owns VeVe was debunked. The Spidey comment, it made sense. It still kind of left some questions though, like what's going to happen with them, because he couldn't really give us a final answer because it's still legal issue. So if you think that they're going to get burned, well, maybe you should get a Spidey comment. If you think that, again, not financial advice, but
yeah,
if you think that it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. But it's not like some programmatic method of VeVe like behaving badly, right? It's stuff that they had to deal with. They had the bot problem was huge. People were like, oh, 17,000 or however many the VeVe confiscated went, were paid for by bots. That how could they afford that? Well, we all forget that gems are discounted. That they were bots. They didn't care about like anything but the mints because they want to flip those mints into more money. So they were just like, let me buy the store out because they want to get the mints, right? To be able to sell that back to the market. So it makes sense to me. And the only question remains is like, what's VeVe going to do with it? And then what's the policy moving forward, right? I think that's important to know someday as we buy these things. But there's a lot of FUD going around. And I think it's good to question it because, again, when I continue to do my research, and when I've done, when I went invested in VeVe or when I bought my first NFT, I spent a lot of time researching the founders, the project, the background, their reputation. I think reputation's everything to me. So, David, you made it really clear, like, hey, this is a long-term thing. And you have someone like Disney, they don't mess around. Right? They're not gonna play with like some C player or B player. They want an A player. They've vetted out the team, I'm sure. It's just part of the process of working with vendors like VeVe. So it shows that there's a lot of confidence that the team has, that the licensors have in the project, and they're making money. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
What about anything that you were like hoping to hear or didn't love, or you just felt it was pretty good all the way around?
No, look, David, you can't answer every single question everybody has, right? Yeah. I think the community, because we are on the blockchain, there is also some kind of missing metadata that we're waiting for. I'd love to hear an answer on that. Like, when is the rest of the metadata going to come in? And then it would be great to see metadata from GoChain. Like, where is the GoChain metadata? So we can trace it all back to the beginning. So I think that's important. I know there's, again, been promises, and David, you said he wasn't going to make any more promises. So, look, what we're dealing with is Mitch is taking over product management. And now you've got someone who's pedantic about doing the right things, putting a schedule together, getting shit done. And so, again, VeVe, in my terms, like, I'm happy. I'm sitting in the bathtub with my bubbles. I'm chilling. It's all good.
What about you, Metaverse Life?
First off, I thought Queen did a great job with the interview. She was very attentive in listening to what David had said and was able to continue the conversation and dig a little deeper with questions. I felt like we just skipped the stuff that didn't need to honestly be discussed, that keeps getting brought up over and over again. Personally, I don't really care about the FUD. I don't really care about any of that stuff. I think that ultimately we're involved in I feel like not even the beta stage of a company at some points. And so we're waiting for it to get developed. We're the beta testers. And if people are mad about things not working, that's what happens when you're a beta tester. Sometimes things don't work. They're figuring this shit out. That's what testers are for video games and that kind of stuff. They figure that stuff out, and then they come out with the best product. We're still in that testing stage. So I don't really have too much to say other than like, I'm glad that he came out and was willing to answer the questions and address a lot of things people had questions about. There's still more to be answered, but we'll figure it out later. What's up, homies?
What's up,
Stop. Yo, calm down, the Revenant. My man's out here like Leo DiCaprio.
So you guys just came off of a rap battle. Did you win?
Oh, the champs are here. The champs are here.
Oh, congrats.
So I my
Nice.
meeting ran over and I missed the rap battle by like 10. I got there at 16 minutes in and it was over. I'm like, oh,
Aw.
did anybody record it?
I'm sure somebody did. Once we find out who that was, we'll try to get it out to whoever missed it. It was great. It was so awesome. For those who don't know, it was a compliment battle. So like we were just
love that.
flinging compliments back and forth. It was amazing. It was so
And
fun.
there was so much love. And Miss Gecko and Des did amazing. They were brilliant. And yeah, it was so much
There's
fun.
no losers. Like
Yeah.
everybody won. So it was amazing.
We have a request.
Give us a sample.
sample.
Well, let's give a quick sample. Now that we
Max
can.
is like ready for this.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do that part there. You want to?
Let's just do this.
No, babe, do the whole thing.
Babe.
Give it to us.
Go ahead.
Okay.
This is about Dez and Miss Gecko. So here we go.
Okay.
Okay. As our VeVe path unfolds and we travel down the road, we met a couple souls that were met a couple goals.
You probably guessed it. Yes, on our minds were Dez and Gex, the Web3 version of Posh, Spice, and Bex. Damn near celebrities like a Beta, Will, and Jada. Blockchain, Beyonce, and Jay. There's no greater creators. But enough with all that. We're here to kill them with kindness.
Gex beauty alone has been known to cure blindness.
Dez ain't NYPD, but they say he's New York City's finest. If we started a project, you'd be the only two on our white list.
I want to murder you with love, suffocate you with hugs. I want to breathe your essence till it punctures my lungs.
I want to bottle your sweat and wear it as cologne. I want to stalk you every day so you'll never be alone. We're collectors at heart. In death, I would save your bones and steal a strand of hair from you and have you made a clone.
I want to hear your wisdom and take all your advice. I'd murder and resurrect you so I can be your friend twice. I want to eat your whole face off. It would be my absolute honor.
All right, that's where I draw the line. Calm down, Jeffrey Dahmer. And just, there's a whole 2 more verses, but you get the picture.
All the snaps.
Wow.
Wait. I got to do it with the pause.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So how are you guys doing? How's everybody?
Good. Happy it's
you
Friday.
set the tone in here. Thank you. You just lifted it up. It's all I want to eat your face.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
like you guys for having it.
yeah, that was legit. That was awesome.
That was so good. How are you guys been?
Good.
Good, yeah.
Really good. I am just like so ready for an event so we can see everybody.
I know.
Where is everybody? Let's just go to Vegas. Let's just plan a trip. To
Don't play
Vegas.
with my emotions. Don't do that.
Don't tempt me with a good time, guys.
I can get.
Hey, if you guys,
Okay, I can get one free room. Let's go.
let's go. We'll just all pile in. I'll sleep on the floor.
Everybody.
Sleeping bags.
We
I'll
can
sleep at
all-
the foot of the bed in this.
We can all cuddle. It's okay.
Nice puppy.
Thank you.
And people will be like, what a
As
nice
long as
mug
you
you
wear
have.
that, as long as you wear that, you can sleep in bed with me. It's all
Oh,
good.
thanks.
Unless
Thanks.
no fleas. No fleas.
No fleas. No, I'm good. I've been keeping it clean. The code is clean.
Are you gonna get that through Canada and back?
Am I gonna what?
Are you gonna be able to get that through Canada and back? Or are they gonna?
We'll find out.
So
We'll find out. That's funny.
are you guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna say I'm gonna be in Vegas March 4th and 5th. If any homies are out there,
I'll be in Florida.
come roll through. Mm.
Dang, we're gonna be there in May.
Otherwise, I
Yeah,
would totally
we're
consider it.
going in May.
Let me look at my calendar real quick.
Yeah. Oh, he's looking right now. He really is. Let's do it. Let's meet up at Excalibur.
I mean, it's cheap.
Yeah.
So you're okay. You're going that Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. I mean, so you're gonna fly in. You're just gonna drive in on Saturday.
I'm driving in. I think Thursday night. I'm gonna see family, and then I'll be there Friday, Saturday. Leave Sunday afternoon or evening.
March 4th and 5th.
I'll be what?
You'll be on this trip ready to get wasted March 4th and 5th.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Excalibur? Yeah. All right, we'll talk offline. But yeah, homies, if you guys can figure it out. I mean, I know you guys got like a tour bus, don't you?
That'd be awesome. But also, check us out, Silicon.
I love it.
His bottom came off, but
oh no!
Oh, that's sick.
That's
shout out to Silicon.
There's only 500 of those.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
Max and Katie, are you guys excited about Lambo?
Yeah. I love the red one. I want to get the red one. I hope I get the red one.
I actually like the white and blue one the best, the uncommon.
That's so dope. I mean, look at that art. People they don't realize dad bod is like dope. Like he was able to like sculpt this, like it looks flat, but it's not. It's kind of wild.
Who's that guy?
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? Did you get to listen to the rap battle?
I did. It was as expected, adorable AF. But yeah, no, it was. I was really impressed, man. Not that I expected anything less from Max, but Max put some time into that. He's thoughtful, you know. And Janie was just, oh man, she really brought it. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. He had a couple lines in there that I was actually like laugh out loud for.
He did a little.
Yeah.
Besides the obvious
good too, though. What?
I was gonna say, besides the obvious one, which other one made you laugh out loud?
Actually, the one you just did in here with the eat the face and the calm down Jeffrey Dahmer. That was pretty funny. You know why I thought that was especially funny? Because actually, I was in here listening at it on speaker, obviously, and Myra was still in here. And when you said, I want to eat your face, she always says that to me, just kind of because she gets that cute aggression too. So she said, I want to eat your face. And I was like, hey, see, babe, you're not the only weirdo.
Oh, that's adorable.
So did you get a chance to go see the movie?
Are we talking Kang?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it last night.
How'd you like it?
I liked it. I mean, look, I'm not going to be hypercritical of any of the MCU things just because they are what they are, and I thoroughly enjoy them, and I'm not going to put them on this like weird like hardcore filmmaker pedestal because you know it's eye candy. It's like storytelling, and I did think there were some questionable story points, but other than that, I had fun. I mean, you can't go wrong with Paul Rudd. And, you know.
Love Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we haven't seen it yet. So 1 out of 10, Rev. 1 out of 10.
I see. Like again, I hate doing that because I don't want to paint the picture for anybody who hasn't seen it. Like, just if you're invested in the MCU, you have to go see it. That's just that's that they've got you now. Like, right?
Yeah.
Like if you've watched anything up to this point and watched any of the Disney Plus shows, you're pot committed. Like, just go see it.
You two don't need a reason for a date night. Come on. Go get some popcorn. Go get some fake butter.
Yeah.
So how has your work week been wrapping up?
Not bad. I'm still kind of wrapping it up. March is going to be busy. And next week is going to be busy as well. So yeah, trying to get a few things out the door. But yeah, you know, shaping up all right. Yeah, Lambo was a big one, obviously, after I got over the kind of initial press release and media outreach hump on Thursday, on Wednesday.
Congratulations on Lambo.
Thank you,
Mhm.
thank you. We're excited for it. Obviously, it's been a long time coming. I was really excited to unveil that at DCON, and so I'm finally glad to finally see it hitting the platform. So I think it's exciting. I think the drop, the edition numbers are reasonable. The price is, more than reasonable. I actually was surprised. I thought David might have gone over 100 with it, but he wanted to keep it accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought it was going to be
Same.
like 100 to 250, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Market adjusted. I like it.
Yeah.
So
Now, some of the articles that came out, Alex, were those official marketing pushes by you guys?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool to see.
Yeah. Well, see, but basically what we do is we have a PR team, right? I work with them to do all of the initial, pre-pitching ahead of when the drop announcement is going to be. And so we give certain outlets embargoes and, just kind of like the general PR pitching media release protocol. So you give the images up front and tell them everything that's coming, give them the edition numbers and everything, so they get all excited about it and want to cover it. And then we put it out on the wire. So anybody who is interested in the story can then pick it up, which is why Ad Age picked it up, for instance. And that's probably the biggest outlet that we got outside of CoinDesk. So good stuff. Yeah. I think a lot of the outreach went to like the automotive rags, like Car and Driver, things like that. They're still kind of figuring out NFTs as of yet.
Sure.
None of the big projects out there have performed terribly well yet. And so I think I'm excited to show them what we got.
I didn't follow it, but do you know how the Porsche one went? Did anybody follow that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Well, this one's like much more accessible. I feel like the Porsche one was trying to be very unique in how it released everything, and every drop was going to be its unique painting and whatnot. But they kind of didn't look like Porsches anymore.
Yeah. I think we offer we have a very unique and distinctive product offering, right? It's easy to understand. It's 3D models. They're interactive. You can open the doors. You can look inside. You can drive it around. You can put it in AR. I think people are still kind of wrapping their heads around like the iterative and the generative rather projects out there, which is fine. I mean, I love a lot of those, but I prefer my collectibles to look like something I can play with, right?
Sure.
So that's kind of the unique proposition that we offer.
What's up, Chad?
What is up?
How are you?
Great. How are you? The party's already started, apparently. Good.
Yeah.
You're late, bro.
I know. I came in at the right time because we're comparing how much better our Lamborghini is compared to Porsche, right?
That's right.
Like a red light in your room because it's like I'm feeling the heat.
I think it's just because I came back from a big sweat. My brother's like, hey, I want to take you boxing. It's like my first time boxing in years, and all he did was beat me up. So I was just blocking the whole time and just getting my jaw knocked up. So feels good to be sitting down.
Did you recently move into a closet, or what's the story with your new setup?
I did. I've been demoted. My wife wasn't impressed with my vault evaluation, so she stuck me in the basement.
That's awesome. Well, hey guys, I'm so sorry, but my break is up and I gotta go. I love y'all. Have fun on the stream.
Bye. Thanks for stopping.
Bye. Take care.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Fun.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to ask. Did we already cover when VV 500?
He said he was going to announce the vehicles and drivers soon. And then I think he said no date, but I think he said a couple of weeks.
Set's being constructed.
Still? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
I want to sponsor the RC car from Toy Story. Just throwing that out there.
But then you have to have Woody drive it, right?
Of course. Of course.
So what's new with you, Chad? I haven't talked to you in a bit. Other than the closet.
I know. Well, I'm excited. And with VeVe right now, I think there's been a lot of like really great development. So kudos to you, Alex, and everything that you're doing. And like I said before, I think I said this on the stream, but with the branding, a lot of these flippers and DJs and everything like that are kind of oh, this doesn't appeal to me. And it's like, well, yeah, because we already have you and you're already in the ecosystem. We're appealing to the wider market here. We're getting in the people that aren't used to the NFTs, and we're doing it in the best way possible. So, and Silicon was actually the first one, I think, to mention that to me too. So it's just amazing. There's been a lot of development. I love Corey's new videos. I love that the MCP kind of is getting rolled out, merge accounts. Like, so, kudos to you, man. It's a lot of things at once.
The logo change is sick, by the way.
The what now?
I love the logo change. It's so universal.
Oh, thank you. Look, it's funny. I had been working on that for quite some time, as some people know. But I wasn't too nervous about bringing it out because obviously, as you said, and both you and Silicon, Chad, that this is for kind of putting the stake in the ground, setting a North Star, and moving forward as to the audience that we are aiming to bring into the platform. Right? We've always said, and David has always said, that we were going for mass market. We're going to bring the world into the world of digital collectibles, which is still kind of a somewhat of a foreign concept to many. I think we're so close to it that we are used to kind of Web3 and the very slick and almost kind of like cyber financial kind of looks and feels across various website and connected wallets and stuff. But we wanted to be universal. We wanted to have something that was, like you said, accessible, welcoming to beyond the crypto audience. And I think that as we continue to optimize the onboarding flows, whether that's moving KYC further down the funnel, and eventually hopefully being able to bring on more younger users, because right now obviously we're 18 and up. We need to be in a position that we're prepared for that, right? And so that means minors, women, everybody, people from around the world, new markets, coming with localization, Asian market, etc. So the heart was something that spoke to all of us, especially given that we're all some level of collectors, some higher than others. But yeah, that's kind of generally what the thought process was between that.
You see this question, Silicon?
Yeah, so I'm in the MCP. I've requested to participate, and I'm waiting for the button to show up. So as soon as I set it,
you don't have the button yet?
No, I don't have it yet.
I thought you were. Aren't you on? I guess you're not on the advisory panel.
I am.
Oh,
well, I'm not supposed to disclose that though, but yes, I am.
Well, everybody knows. Everybody's talking about who's on what in the spaces anyway. Like it wasn't like 10 minutes after I reached out to people, said, "Hey, please keep this to yourself," for now that everybody knew everybody who was on the damn panel. So it's like, all right.
Well, I mean, I know how to hold an NDA, so it's all
yeah.
good.
But no, honestly, like the people that are testing it now are basically kicking the tires, right? And we're going all levels of collection size. So like you have the Silicons of the world all the way down to me or whoever else has kind of a small bag. But like it is definitely a beta. It is buggy. Like mine has not finished calculating yet, and it's been almost 48 hours. So they're figuring it out, and I think the rankings are still kind of wrong, and there's some processes that are being optimized. So we'll continue with that iterative process in the development schedule, and hopefully get this thing out sooner than later. But you can see it, it's there, it's working. There's a button, it says calculating. I'm really excited, but I don't expect my rank to hold very long at all. Yeah.
And so as far as we know, like there's some questions about the points that I've gotten. So I mean, we all have 6 months to use them, but they're all kind of coming in at once.
Well, I don't know if people should get too worried about the 6 months thing. Like we're not going to start the timer without a way to use the points, right? There's phase one. There's phase one is just senior points. If you can't do anything with them, then we're not going to expire them on you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think once we have the next phase of a way to use your points, then that's when the timer will probably start.
Yeah, I mean, I like the competitiveness because a lot of us are competitive, and
Yeah.
we look at each other's wallets. What's your rank? And is value going to go into account? Because right now people are just looking at number of collectibles you have, but they could have 10,000 $2 collectibles, and so who cares, right? So
Oh no, I don't think that's a part of the calculation. It's
okay.
I mean, in theory, I mean, there may need to be some refactoring of that because now that what is that the document or the release candidate blog article is like a year and a half, 2 years old at this point.
Yeah.
And so it's a much different market than it was then. Like, right back then, like secret rares were like, probably couldn't get any secret rare on the platform for under $1,000.
Right.
Right. Obviously not the case as much anymore, but that's not to say that we treat them as any less scarce. It's just a matter of like, how do we put the stake in the ground and how, for market fluctuations? And so do we keep changing the definition because that's not fair either. And so I think before we probably need to revisit that before there's a chance to use your points, or before it's open to the public and we start changing people's calculations. Right now, beta doesn't count. And if your point total goes up or down within the beta, that's kind of fair game in my eyes. But we definitely need to make sure that we're on point and consistent with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how many days it's going to take to calculate and what my points rank is. It'll be dope.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that too. Just because I know what kind of bag you carry. I don't know what you carry. I mean, I've just been hearing you talking about it, but
there's a lot bigger bags out there. But
yeah.
It is what it is.
I think I saw somewhere there was like somebody was keeping a spreadsheet. There was a rank, right? I mean, obviously, Dr. Profits.
Yeah, that's a wallet. That's a wallet rank. So
it's a wallet rank. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So number of collectibles in your wallet. I think I'm 36 right now or something.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
There's a lot of ways.
I think I'm like 36 or something. He keeps track of it. I see you, Silicon.
Because they tweeted at me, so I like see it in my face, like, "Hey, there's your wallet." It's like, yeah.
Did you happen to glance at the couple of questions I messaged you?
Oh, me? No,
yeah.
I've been busy.
I don't want to put you on the spot if you haven't seen them.
Can you guys hear this dog barking?
Vaguely, just barely.
Oh, okay. There's new people just moved in next door, and like their kids apparently live down the street, and they come visit them like every day, and they bring the dog, and the dog just comes and barks the whole time. So I'm like, oh.
Good times.
I'm sure his life was supposed to be in LA, so I don't know if that he's on. Oh, he hasn't kicked off his road trip yet.
No.
Where's he now? Was he actually in the snow, or is that a background?
No, it looked fake, didn't it? He's in Tahoe.
Tahoe. Okay.
He leaves on the 25th, I believe, for his road trip.
Got it. So looking at questions, I'm trying to browse this little block of text here. Disney 100 collections. Yeah, basically most of what we're doing with Disney this year is going to be kind of Disney 100 leaning. I don't know if there is like specific. There probably will be a few more of like the Oswald level, specifically branded Disney D100 things. But like, for instance, we have a drop next week that isn't branded that way, but it is in celebration of, right?
Okay.
So
yeah. So my question for anybody wondering is, I asked if he could confirm whether or not there would be any more Disney 100 celebration sort of drops, because my inclination was that it would be, because this is a whole year-long celebration. We see how close VeVe and Disney are together, how much stuff Disney is doing for the Disney 100 celebration. So, I was under the assumption that there probably would be, but was just curious if that is in the plans.
Yes, it is definitely in the plans. We look forward to unveiling those soon. Ish. I think probably you won't see anything specifically like D100 until March, April timeframe. Nice. But next week's is pretty cool. I'm excited for next week's. And then there's obviously going to be more Star Wars. We're going to be more, we're finally going to start later in the year, start dabbling into the 20th century stuff. which is nice. So
We're
it's
asking
been
about Luke Skywalker, when Luke Skywalker's coming and all that stuff. So I know I'm sure it's in the works, right? All these characters are in the works.
I went.
yeah. I mean, look, the thing is with those types of collectibles, obviously there's a name and likeness rights, and so those take just typically a little longer, right? So things like anything else that we are hoping to do for Star Wars will include, really kind of real collectible pieces, or more spaceships or starships or whatever, vehicles rather, and droids and things like that.
Yeah, like I've been looking forward to getting like the different worlds, Star Wars worlds, or whatever, if that ever comes someday, and the whole idea of like getting on the Death Star and us chatting, in the ViviVerse on the Death Star, like to me, I'm looking forward to that vision.
Yeah, I wish. I wish that it will come sooner than later, right? I don't know the plans for that, and I know that's going to be a hell of a lot of design and approval work. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I have a question here. It's way out of my league, so I don't know if this is something you can answer or not.
So when will we know what the value will actually be for the points? Like, what will things cost? Oh no. So the points. So all that's outlined in the blog article. It's not. We're not. You don't buy things for points. You buy like raffle tickets for points, or certain levels get access to certain things. So it's not like you use your points to buy a drop. You use your points to get raffle tickets to guarantee yourself or better chance to get the drop rather.
Right.
Again, those are things that we're going to need to just make sure everything's shored up before we have a way to spend them. But it's not yet. As far as I know, there's not going to be a way to spend points on a collectible. Right?
Gotcha.
I got a simple question for you, Rev. Will the Lambos have sound?
No, I don't believe so. And if they do, then somebody didn't tell me. But I don't think they do. No,
Okay.
They are definitely interactive and drivable, so that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about this one?
Are the points being calculated? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, so far, it's beta again. But the release candidate article V1 is the basis in which we're collecting or calculating points.
Gotcha. And then what about that second question that I sent?
Can you just ask it to me?
Oh, I don't know if you want to answer it. So I don't
Okay. Let's see. Unredeemed logo cards, like gold and silver.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
there's been what 325-ish that have been redeemed out of 500. So is there going to be like an like the cards we get at some of these events that people have gone to, like the Comic-Con, and we've gotten, I got one, for instance, in London, and I never went through it, and it expired. So I never got to redeem the collectible. But like, is there going to be sort of an expiration date on those logo cards that, people either threw away or dropped or whatever?
Do they have expiration dates on?
They
Party at Decon definitely did, yeah.
Yeah.
And I tried.
They're not printed on the card. There's no expiration date on the card.
Well, not the VeVe logo card.
What are we talking
but
about?
like the gold one
Okay.
English, that definitely expired because that happened to us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those expired. But
yeah, I'm using that as a
actually
basis.
talking about?
I'm using that as a basis. Like, since like those kind of cards have expired. So if you have these 100 and some odd that haven't been redeemed, is there going to be some sort of expiration point in which, well, those weren't redeemed, so they get burned, or like, is there going to be a point in time where something happens there? I'm asking because 2 of my friends bought logos today, so they're kind of curious.
Yeah, I would imagine so, but I don't know the plan. I mean, look, and I'll be completely frank with this, and I think people know generally how this went. Especially, I don't think we anticipated as much of the hubbub around gold and silver that it has become. Right? I think David and Dan thought it would be just a cool thing to hand out to people at OGs in real life events. So at no point, I don't think that we intended for it to be over $1,000 to $2,000-$3,000 in the secondary, but it definitely was going to have some level of ongoing utility so that we could demonstrate to the licensors what was possible outside of the realm of airdrops and
Love that.
stuff like this. It was more of an experiment, and I don't know if it was fully a fully baked idea. And I don't mean to seem like I'm throwing anybody under the bus there, but I was like, when they showed up with them, I was like, okay, what about this, this, and this, and this, and that? I just give them out, would you? Okay. All right, let's go. Give them out. Yeah, I think the point was that it was experimentation on IRL utility, right? And so I don't know if if plans at that point had been made to what to do with them if they weren't redeemed or whatever the case was, because I just don't think anybody anticipated that they were going to be that sought after. And some of the utility program with it was announced after the fact, right?
Right.
And so yeah, it's probably saying too much, but like I would imagine at some point 2 years maybe that we'll try to take stock and burn whatever hasn't been redeemed. I mean, they have, I don't know if they have any physical cards left. Although I did ask, David did tell me he didn't have any, and then he showed up to Decon with like a stack, and I'm like, great. So we're just
you got
lying to me now. So if he does have them, if he does have more, then you can kind of do the math on them. And here's another thing I'll just kind of quickly debunk. They were in, we'd send them to the printer. They came back in a box, right? And they were sequential, right? So when we got to Comic-Con and we were grabbing from the front of the box, people who were there first were grabbed from the front of the box and therefore got the lower mint number. We don't know what the mint number is by looking at the card. Nobody knows that. Like I got one. I couldn't tell what mint number it was, right? But Randy happened to be there first, so Randy got 41. It's like one of those things. So I think if he still has some in a box, then he can maybe. No, I guess that wouldn't work either because he could have grabbed some from the middle.
Well,
right?
I mean, $4.95 sold today, and that's
$4.95.
Yeah, out of 5.
Oh, you mean edition $4.95?
Mm-hmm.
Sold on the market?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's pretty close to 500 if they stayed picking from the stack the right way. But I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, see, look, there's also the question.
I thought it got randomized upon redemption. Is that not correct?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it probably had to have been assigned to that specific code.
Okay.
Right.
Unless, well, you're actually maybe. I'm probably speaking out of turn. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I'm just the marketing guy, right? But I would imagine, because I got a fairly low mint, right? But I also wasn't the first
you get, Alex?
I'm not going to tell you. I wasn't the first to get mine, nor was I the first to redeem mine, because I didn't redeem mine until the weekend was over because I was working all weekend at Comic-Con, right? Yeah. And so there were some people that went in and just like got the card and immediately redeemed it. And so it could be the case that the first person to redeem it was the lowest mint number, but that doesn't really make sense to me because everything we do is randomized. So maybe he was just effing lucky.
I feel like I got lucky. I got a 52.
Well, you were there, right? San Diego?
52. Yeah. Wait, San Diego?
No, you weren't in San Diego.
I wasn't in San Diego. No.
That's what I thought. And so you were handed one in where? Or you bought it?
So let me debunk.
Okay.
Let me debunk that theory, because Janie and I were blessed to each individually receive one, but we got completely random numbers. So if they're grabbing them in order,
it's your baby.
Oh, okay. So that's probably a good debunk. Then I don't know what I'm talking about. But like I don't think anybody got a specific number on purpose, right? Because how would you know if that was the case?
Yeah, I don't think knowing.
But like I guess going back to the point of the 495 or whatever, we weren't grabbing them sequentially, And if you bought, and if people got some from the middle of the deck, let's say, and didn't redeem them and didn't know what to do with it and didn't want a KYC, and they went in the trash, then those are just kind of lost, right? So at some point there's going to have to be a expiration date.
So some people are selling them as well, unredeemed.
Selling them unredeemed? Really? Is it
For
like
cash.
on eBay or what?
I mean, think about it, for cash out of the system.
I think there's only been a couple of those though, right?
Yeah, but they could do a side deal, right, for USDT or something, and say, here you go, I'm gonna do a physical deal with you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, I mean, basically you're answering the question that they would never like go back into circulation somehow. They would, I mean, the odds are that they would get burned, or it's just sort of undecided at this point.
Look, I think we kind of know generally how that would go if we put them back into circulation, but who knows, right? I think if they were handed out and there's a chance they would be redeemed at any point, putting them back into circulation was probably not an option, right? Then again, there's no expiration date on the card, so how do you determine that? And you would have to put a pretty long statute of limitations on it, right?
Right.
So
that makes sense.
Alex, I proposed a question in the private chat. I don't know if you want to chat about it, but I threw it up there.
I can't even find the private chat. There it is. Oh.
What do you mean missing metadata?
So we, like, if you try to look up certain things, there's no metadata for it. So if I want
Like
to
at
look,
all?
yeah, it's just not there.
I think it's an ongoing process. When it was first said that we have the initial batch of everything that was from a date moving forward that would be on a Mutascan,
Right.
And then there was going to be a backlog process of incrementally adding things in the past. So it probably hasn't gotten there yet.
Okay, so it's still in the backlog.
Season 1 stuff that you're probably looking for?
Yeah, season 1 stuff, and then people are also asking, like, when will we get GoChain metadata as well included, to just kind of show the whole blockchain?
Well, I think we've covered that in the past, and if I recall correctly, the extent of the GoChain metadata was mint date, right? Original mint date. And so I think there was going to be a metadata field with that information. Like, for instance, a Todd would say, original mint date, and then whatever the case was. But I don't think, GoChain data was never visible in the first place. So it would be probably a little out of the question to go back and get it.
Yeah. It's just some people think it's like part of the proof of their, like their FA, right? Like, and
no, absolutely, I get it.
It's like your birth certificate. It's like, here you go. This was minted on this, and it's connected together with the actual,
Yeah, totally get it, and I would love for that to happen. I just don't know technically if it's possible, and I think generally that was kind of the one of the sacrifices we probably had to make when moving to L2.
Yeah, but we're on Ethereum now, so it's exciting that we're on the main net here, baby.
Yeah.
I have a couple. Where'd my little scroll bar go? I had a couple other logo questions.
Did this turn into MMA or what? Hey, get it all out now, because I am answering questions. I'm doing my face.
I can't scroll up now. Come on. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's one.
Will we be able to rent our VeVe logos in the future for the ViviVerse, or will there be other utility with it? Yeah, I would imagine so. Like, you can rent at some point. You can rent anything, right? And I'm sure there will be specific utility for the gold and silver logos. Anything. ViviVerse opens up an entire kind of world of possibilities for utility of any of the collectibles on the platform, given that whether that be access or to special rooms or special areas, or I don't know, and possibilities are endless. But I think David mentioned even in his interview with Lori is that there are because there are still some reservations on the part of some of the major licensors about how to handle retroactive utility, like going back and adding utility to something that's already been sold. Like we're going to do our best to enable certain experiences within the ViviVerse or in the VeVe ecosystem in general to add, utility.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How far out, if you happen to know, how far out is that phase 1 of the ViviVerse? Do you?
That's a damn question. I'm not going to. I think we've learned our lesson on quoting dates here at good old VeVe.
What's really interesting to me, Alex, is when you go back to the utility in the ViviVerse, like you guys will control the ViviVerse, so therefore, like you said, like access to different locations or private places is so much easier to implement rather than just being specific to dropping licensed IP right now. So I feel like that's where you're going to really see that stuff shine.
Yeah, and so those some of the conversations that I'm having with some of the licensors will include special access like that. This pie in the sky, right? This is not a discussion that's been had specifically, but like one of the ideas that we want to do or is like, if we have a screening room where we're streaming video, right? And that holders of a certain collectible get early access to either watch the trailer debut or first 15 minutes of the movie, or the movie itself before it shows up on Netflix or any streaming service or whatever the case is. Maybe even theaters, or there's like a premiere event, red carpet event within the ViviVerse. Those types of things is what I'm looking to kind of build experience around. Because you hear about Roblox has a Travis Scott concert or Justin Bieber concert, rather, whatever the case is, right? And those are things I think we can build up to as well. But I think we got to play within the fandoms that are on our app. And for us right now, it's pop culture stuff. It's Marvel, it's Disney, it's DC, it's all of those types of things. And I think we've taken some cues from people out there running similar type metaverse experiences, whether that be Roblox or Sandbox or whatever the case is, even DC to some degree, right? With Bat Cows. And I think there's a lot of great ideas that we can improve upon and expand to a wider audience within the context of the ViviVerse.
I'm sure there's a slide deck somewhere that shows that all the things that you could really learn from, because I think that there's a lot of areas to improve, and we all see it. We're all excited for it. So we're just shaking the gates of the ViviVerse, like, please just let us in.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like funny that you said slide deck, because it's I always kind of jokingly debunk what I do all day, and I'm not on Twitter all day. Like most of my life is spent in slide decks, strategy, and working with artists and licensors and potential licensors and business, kind of content partners, things like that. So a lot of strategy. Sorry, I just got something in my eye. That's weird. But yeah, a lot of that's kind of like long-term planning is kind of what I spend my day-to-day, and in addition to like straight up infrastructure and then day-to-day like project management, which is not ideal, but it is what it is.
It's what you got to do. I saw the pitches early. Like there were some pitches on YouTube that Dan and Dave had done for corporate kind of pitches. And I can imagine how much better and more amazing those pitches are, now that, you've just got all the stuff coming together.
And we got better looking decks now with the new branding.
Yeah.
They're very colorful now. Before they were just all gray.
Yeah.
I was like, let's get at it.
You saw that other question, which I'm pretty sure I know the answer to, about the people that didn't attend the event in Anaheim. They're still going to have 2 or 3 chances to redeem the.
Oh yeah, there's multiple chances to redeem. So if you're really if you don't feel like you can go through life without a VeVe garment bag, then please do show up to the next one.
You guys have more of those?
I'm sure he does. Yeah, because he brought enough for as many cards as he had given out to Decon, and not all of them were redeemed.
Because when David gave it to me, he's like, this is very special. We only have 15 of these. And I'm like, oh, I'm just missing my tux. Like,
yeah, I think he only brought a subset of the total
Garment bags.
garment bags to that event. I don't think David tends to underestimate the fandom. Tends to underestimate the cult of Dan and David. There was only like, I waited to the end to redeem mine, and he was like, "Do you want the garment bag?" I'm like, "I'm good." Thanks.
What about event schedule? Because everyone, like, we were right before you jumped on, Alex. We're like, "Hey, let's go to Vegas." We're waiting for the next event, and we're fiending over here, going, "Let's get together again."
So working on that, but we're targeting a few things. I think we may end up doing. There's some, how do I put this? A lot of those, the bigger scale, larger scale Comic-Cons, for instance, are have wait lists, and we've been on those wait lists for some time. So it's just a matter of like, if we get accepted or somebody bows out, and then we can slide in. But if that's the case, it's probably going to be
Toronto.
Toronto's still in discussion, and that would be the August one as opposed to the March one, the Fan Expo as opposed to Comic-Con. I know there's a Dallas Fan Expo. There is Orlando.
Stop playing.
I'm looking at the opportunities and places that are easy for people to get to, right? And so Orlando's probably too soon now that we haven't heard back on whether we can get in, because it's
the 30th, right?
Yeah.
Can we latch on Marvel's booth?
We are hoping to get back into Marvel booth, whether that's for San Diego or New York, either one. But again, we're trying to branch out a little bit and do a few more things. And then I'm trying to pitch the idea, and whether or not it's with Decon or some other context, that we do another like summer kickoff party, because I thought that was a lot of fun, and it was very chill, and it was like,
I love that.
Vegas. And I can get Will with the NFTs.
Nothing against Vegas, but no, it's too early for that. It's just, it is like, we just want to.
What is it going to take?
That requires anything of that scale. Requires a lot of planning, and there's just too much else going on that we need to focus on instead of having like a event of that scale in Vegas.
We could do a VIP, like just logo holder event.
Yeah, so what I need to do, like right now, I'm looking at things that are particularly like turnkey, right? Like, is it a convention? Is it already there? Can I just show up with my booth, set it up, pack out, and get out, right? Vegas on a whim requires a whole other level of like planning and things like that. And you got to give the people enough time to travel. Whereas, like, I think people know when the Comic-Cons are, and so they're either going to go or they're not, right? And we've talked about Toronto, so they know when that is, and if they want to go regardless, that's cool. But we are not confirmed. But
I support this.
I think we just had too much fun at all the events, so people are just.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, look, trust me, I would love to do that, but I need people to understand how much effort goes into producing those events, and to have one outside of the context of an established convention is tough. So I want, and that's when I say it's tough, it's not because I don't want to do the work. I want to make sure it is a good effing event, right? I'm not going to come half-ass. Ain't no half-stepping.
Yeah.
We need you to understand how much fun we have every time y'all throw an event. So
I'm trying to raise the bar each time, right? And so, like I've had this discussion with David and Dan. I'm like, okay, we've now graduated from every event that we've done on our own. We need to operate on the level of what we did at with Marvel at Comic-Con and above. Like, this is not child's play anymore. We need to have the brand recognition. We need to establish brand recognition and awareness, and we need to come out like this is a serious thing. Now we can't just like Decon, bless it, had a lot of fun. I think it went over really well, but like it was a corner with some furniture in it and some branding on the side of a foam board. Like we need to up the ante here.
Game.
Okay.
From the Lambo.
A nice
Well,
turkey reference, by the way. Child's Play, a reference there.
Hey, right? I don't magic. But yeah, I think I want to do as much as possible to continue to have in real life events for the fans and to get new eyeballs. And ultimately, you know, having a place to hang with the fam is great, but there also has to be that element of actually onboarding new users, right?
Yeah.
And so we're targeting some of the bigger cons for that reason. We'll continue to probably do decon and things like that, just because it's more of a homey kind of vibe with everybody, and we won't be as I don't think we'll find it as stifling as if we don't get enough new eyeballs in it. It'll be just a good place to hang.
Yeah.
But like for Comic-Cons, right? We're really, the reason why we do that is for the exposure, is for the brand affinity, awareness building, you know, and being in the shot of the live stream of did you lose power there, Chad?
No, it's my dog that just, just shut it off.
But it's like, yeah, being on those live streams of the Comic-Cons, you know, for the Marvel live streams, and having the brand being front and center in
Huge.
their area, right? It's huge. So
people don't understand. I mean, like Alex, like really, like let people know, like that doesn't happen every day with every company, especially someone like it's a startup.
Well, that, and you know, I think people think that, you know, that exposure should immediately equal a couple 100,000 new users. That's just kind of not how it works, right? There's a couple of things obviously that we need to fix. Is the onboarding, moving KYC further down the flow. So when we give a promo code out to people who are interested in learning about VeVe, that they don't have to put a passport in to redeem that code, right? We want to make that easier, right? And then there's also awareness by repetition, right? Like, oh, VeVe, they were here last year. Oh, they must be really like legit in you know, in partnership with Marvel. I'll check them out this time. Oh, they have more stuff. They have Miles Morales now. Oh, they have AF-15. Like that's the kind of like awareness we're going for. This is like long haul kind of type stuff. It's
real marketing essentially, and people don't really understand. Like, you know, I'm in sales, so I deal with this every day, where it takes 5, 6, sometimes conversations or touches, and then you finally get someone to convert, you know, into the pipeline, right, so to speak. And I'm sure you're managing it the same way, where you want people in your user pipeline, and maybe you have people that have downloaded the app, and you're like, how do I get them from downloading the app and logging in to creating an account and buying something, right? And there's all these stages I'm sure you guys have set up in some Gantt chart somewhere, but or
funny you say that. We do have Gantt charts.
Yeah.
Along with a lot of decks, a lot of slide decks. Gantt, slide decks, Asana. It's all, yeah, we're full on project management over here.
Yeah.
Alex, you ready for a super technical question?
No, I'm never ready for super technical.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
It's not.
Oh, Lamby. Hey, Lamby. I have 0 VeVe complaints. Alex, how do you keep it cool and remain patient and business-like? Well, I think you're probably one of the few that actually feel that way, because I have a solid crew of haters out there, which I guess I appreciate. You know, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. No, but Lamby's cool. Lamby's a Discord OG.
Super cool.
Yeah. So look, man, I can only be myself, right? And sometimes, you know, I'm rough around the edges. I fully get that. But doesn't make me any less passionate and about the role. And, you know, again, I'm here because I know what I'm doing, right? And so I need to make sure that ultimately is the goal, and less about me being on Twitter and my personality and showing up on live streams or, you know, Twitter threads and answering people snarky, because it's just kind of how I am. But I know generally, yeah, probably not the best, but I have a lot of things that we are working on from just a pure infrastructure of like a marketing team, right? Building like the foundations that didn't really exist. And like when you come into a startup like that, like you have to build all of that stuff from the ground up. It's CRM, it's email journeys, it's onboarding flows, it's digital marketing, it's pixels and data and Google Analytics and building out content marketing strategies and social strategies, partnership strategies, utility strategies. And I'm really happy to now have, starting to build the team. Obviously, we have Corey on. That was a big win for me.
His videos are dope, by the way.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Like it's one of the things. Like I watch a lot of fam YouTubes, right? And when I saw Corey, I was like, okay, this guy's well researched. He's well spoken, and this is what we need on VeVe. I can't just continue putting out Medium articles with like the bare minimum level of context for why a comic or a collectible is collectible. Why, the fact to me that some of the titles, like, and I get it, it's this state of the market, state of like the macroeconomic situation, and why some things don't sell out because people can't expect to flip it, or some people put it immediately on under retail because they didn't get the secret rare. But like, for example, X-Men: Days of Future Past, like, the fact that didn't sell out is crazy to me. Like, it is such a key book in the storyline and the history of X-Men, right? Or just, some of the other things where people like made so much fun of Squirrel Girl, but if you actually do just a bit of research, you know that Squirrel Girl is a real effing deal. Like, she's not to be messed with. She beat Thanos. It's like, right? So like, these are characters that, while not mass, hugely popular, have not shown up in the MCU, are still very popular in the context of, Marvel lore, the Marvel universe. And I think they're fun books to have, and read. I think ultimately we need to look at these things as a comic book store, right? Like, I don't go to my comic book store and I say, why do you have this on your shelf? It's trash. Like,
nobody wants it.
Like, they're selling comics. That's what they're doing. That's what their business model is. It's what we do. We're selling comics. Before long, we're going to have a lot more comics to sell because we're bringing on other publishers, and we're going to have more comic drops, and there's going to be a specific and better improved experience around reading comics on the platform. So I think just generally, it's another reason why we've pivoted, not pivot, I wouldn't say pivoted. We've solidified our brand positioning as being for collectors, right? So if you're a fan of comics and you want to own the comic, and a digital version of the comic, as opposed to paying for a service, monthly streaming service or whatever the case is, this is the place to do it. And we have, other stuff you can enjoy as well. 3D collectibles.
And the heart, people underestimate the heart, Alex. I mean, I love New York. It's classic, iconic. When I worked for a certain company, we used a heart logo when we found a major vulnerability, and that made it blow up, right? Like, so I think that, people really underestimate the power of that universal message. Like you said, multiple countries, multiple places, we got to tweak it for different things. And, when I saw it, I'm like, we're here. We've arrived now. We've got the real logo. We got the real deal. They're now they can step on the gas, because you're not going to be putting, money and stuff into something that you're just going to change anyway. Right. Yeah. So, and so anyway, I mean, again, I was really happy when I saw that. I support you guys 100% on that. I love the look. I love the heart. We can use it in spaces. We can use it. There's a little heart logo when you're typing. You can use it pretty much anywhere.
Yeah. And look, it's not just the heart, right? It represents a lot of things. Obviously, Dan kind of broke it down into 3 things it stands for: the collector, the shield, and at the heart of the positioning of the brand. But like, we can also use that as VVIP, right? And that can be it can be a badge as an accessory. It can be, we can get artist interpretations of it to live as art pieces in as drops or whatever the case is. But I think there's just a lot of potential there. obviously that wasn't the first thought we had when we were coming up with the brand positioning or the new look and feel. It wasn't like, oh, we can make this into an NFT. but if as people kind of get familiar with it and we can offer some cool takes on it, whether that be merch or digital collectibles, whatever the case is, I think that offers a lot of cool flexibility for potential of just moving forward.
Looking forward to it. You guys are already using. I've already seen variations of it, with the red colors and different colors. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just super excited to see it. And it's a big kind of stake in the ground. It symbolizes that we're going mass market to me, and so
yes, and that's exactly what it's about, right? It's positioning the brand in a way that is going to set us up for the long term.
Yeah. And we just get Twitter PFTs from VeVe. We'll figure that one out, and then
I brought that up again. Like, look, it drives me nuts as the guy who's ultimately in charge of social that we don't have that, but I get technically why we don't, right? Because it includes connecting a wallet, and we don't have a wallet you can connect. So we'll get there, baby steps. I have full faith in Mitch. In fact, I've been very impressed with Mitch and his staunchness in how to process around some of the things that we've been doing from a kind of a sprint planning standpoint. So I just hope he doesn't burn out because he's putting in a lot of hours. And so I always try to get his ear. I try not to bug him too much because I'm always like, hey, when do you have time to talk about this? Because I have this whole list of shit that I want. But I have to do that behind. Don't tell Dan. But I have a whole list of things that I'm looking to improve the platform.
I mean, you're listening to the heart of the community, so you're right there, so you know what's going on. Now, the one thing that you could probably do pretty easily that if you put it like on the VeVe.me site is the Twitter banners in the background. You could let someone go to your webpage and have like, let's say 5 different versions, and then choose to I don't know, make their own banner that's VeVe.
Yeah, like banner creator or banner generator.
Yeah, it's made for Twitter. That'd be
That's a great idea. We talked about that a little bit. The only problem with that is obviously getting the clearance to do so from the licensors and using their IP for things like that. So anything that we do, like using like Miles on the Facebook cover photo, right? That was like that was months of review.
Wow.
That's just kind of generally how those things work. I wouldn't say months. That's a little exaggerated. Like it took us all a month, but like getting to the point where from when I hired Corey, for instance, to now when he's starting creating videos, in tandem with the launch of the rebrand, like that was months of time leading up to getting the licensors familiar and comfortable with the concept, reviewing the scripts, reviewing the video, getting into a process of how they send that stuff to legal and to the brand teams to make sure that we're not speaking out of turn about the characters, the lore, all of that stuff. So it helps that Corey's effing on point. Like his research is spot on. He does deep dives. He provides references and all the scripts that he provides to these licensors. But ultimately, I think they've been very happy with the product thus far, and I look forward to doing as much as we can for as many videos as we can moving forward.
Does he ever burn out? Because I feel like that's so much time and research that goes into it. Like I was thinking about that today. I was like, with the amount of drops that you guys might have, like,
yeah. Well, think about it, really the heavy lift of it is the approval turnaround times, right? Like on his own channel, he was doing it for every drop with like 1 day notice. Like we would announce something, he would make a video of it that night or when the Medium article came on, and then release it until the drop the next day.
Wow.
So it was like he was working daily on putting all that content out. Here, at least, we have, the foresight to see what's coming down the pipeline a few months in advance, and so he can do the research and has time and the resources of all of the visuals, etc. I'm sorry, I'm using up all the hot air and talking the entire time. Didn't mean to make this like a.
People are loving it, by the way, in the comments. I'm seeing a lot.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and jump out though because we got to go get our son. But thank you guys for having us on.
Sorry.
Love you guys.
Nice
We'll
seeing
see
you
y'all
guys.
around.
Guys, bye.
Take care.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry. I hope I'm boring people, but
No, you're good.
you know, so he has you know, a little more lead time in making these things. It's really when it gets down to like getting ahead of the schedule because of those turnaround times and approval, which I'm glad we have, because nobody wants to say something wrong about a character or the history. But yeah, he's pro, man, and I love that we were able to get him.
And how did that work? Did you just like identify him, Alex, and like kind of reached out to him, or there was
Yeah.
a position? That's pretty damn
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah, I was a fan of his videos. Same thing
Yeah.
with Ryan, you know, and I you know, I had him in the DMs because he would ask a question. He's like, "Hey, this is I'm trying to put this video together. Do you have a question? Do you have an answer on this?" And then just kind of kept contact with him, and then I had a call just to see what his goal was, you know, like
Right.
with the channel, and he told me what he was working on because he was really expanding his brand. And so I kind of, you know, and then I got the head count to bring a content producer on. And then Noah left, and so I was like, okay, so now I need somebody to do social content, because if I do bring Corey on, he's going to be purely like content production, right?
Right.
And won't have time to do social content, and that would have been unfair to ask of him anyway, because it's just way too much for one person to do, right?
Yeah.
And so you know, we missed Noah obviously, but it did give me the opportunity to kind of split what I had as a headcount into two roles. You know, I had just kind of ongoing dialogue with him, and I said, let's have a conversation. Let's see what you're doing. And he gave me his kind of plan, a roadmap for his brand. And I said, what do you think about doing that for us? Right.
Wow.
And he was like, well, if I'm being honest, like this whole thing was a living resume anyway. And I was like, perfect, done.
Wow.
You know, because and really what it was, and he asked if I could come on one of his streams or on his channel to do an interview, right? Like many people have, and I, you know, conveniently ghost most people named Chad. But
yeah, apparently I'm waiting for my shot.
I tried the other night, man. You didn't think it was me, but you missed your chance.
Well, you know why? Because I was trolled by the fake Alex for like years.
I even put sincerely the real Alex. But, no.
And I'm like, the one time he comes up, and then the thing is, you gave me like a troll answer.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah,
like,
it was a total
oh,
troll.
it's definitely the
Like, yeah,
troll.
let's split the tips. Split the super chats. No, but like he asked if I could be on the channel. I was like, yeah, sure. Because I used to love watching him and Heather. Just because in fact, like, you know, I would learn from them, because I don't have so much time to research every drop that we do. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes the metadata or the copy that some licenses provide, it's pretty bare minimum. Doesn't really go back into context to, you know, things. So I loved watching his channel. And I said, yeah, I'll be on the channel. I'll do an interview or whatever. And he sent me basically an outline of the interview, and it was so pro. Like, it was like, every question, here's how I'd like to do this, here's how I'd like to approach this. And it was like, you could tell it was like he had a journalism background, right? It was so thorough and so pro and so professional. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed to see as far as resume goes. Like, you don't even need to send me your resume, because I know he's out of the military, and so it's not like he had like a full on, you know, work experience. I just knew from watching his channel that he was good at what he did. And when I saw that kind of outline, that interview outline, I was like, okay, so he's thorough. And that's really what I need in this role. So I asked him, yeah, if he'd be interested, and he was all over it. And the same thing with Ryan, man. And like, I used to love listening to his channel. He's great insight. And that's something that he did in his as a career anyway, was social media marketing. And he's familiar with the product. He's a community member. He's a collector. And he's super savvy, intelligent. And I was like, hey man, I got this role. If you're interested, let's have a chat. And he was totally down, which is great. So now we got
cool.
pretty much firing on all cylinders. I could probably use, you know, like a project manager at some point once we get a little too busy with
Events
the amount of
coordinator,
content.
someone who likes to party and do Jello shots.
Yeah,
I'll take that role.
yeah.
I think it's really cool, by the way, Alex, that the fact that VeVe is hiring people from the community.
Yeah.
Because a lot of companies don't do that, right? And to see the like standout talent and people like are able to build a career with VeVe, it's got to be pretty amazing for those people, and it's amazing for us because we're on the receiving end of it. So just keep that up. I love that. Also, like I think a influence. I know you're probably working on it. I'm sure there's a spread, a PowerPoint for it somewhere, but the whole like community influencers or whatever. There's all kinds of influencers. Like I don't have a YouTube channel, but I like to show up on guest. Because
I mean, look, I think for us, we know who our community influencers are, right? Or our community content creators. And so it's really a matter of identifying where the opportunities are within the community of the known quantities. And then going beyond into new audiences and trying to glean new audiences from the collector world or the pop culture fandom world, the people that are as big enough fans of the MCU until they're watching YouTube trailer breakdown videos, right? And so things like that, which I do. I'm guilty. Like I know everything. Yeah, everything outside of spoilers going into a Marvel movie. I know all the background of a character and the kind of key references, and I spend a lot of time doing that. And thankfully, my wife's fully on board with it because I can imagine that gets pretty annoyingly nerdy.
I could just see her like sitting in the living room, like putting on her novellas or putting on her show, while like you're doing like research videos on like trailers and stuff. And
it's funny enough you say that. Friday nights are novella night, and that's when I do Don't AMA, and I don't have any desire to watch some of the things that she watches. No shade, but like I don't do reality TV, for instance. I just can't handle. I can't stomach it.
I just wanted to say too, Alex, like I just know, when we go back to some of the the influencer stuff, right? I think like it's amazing that you're being able to hire within the community, because one thing I just wanted to reiterate is that like, anyone has a shot at that. Like if there's somebody else that comes up and is delivering content and it's that right angle, I mean, again, like maybe you're already kind of full in terms of what you needed, but there might be another thing that pops up and you're like, oh, actually I need a person like that. So I think that's exciting for the community to know that. And the second thing I say is I know that we've, like Silicon mentioned, with this affiliate program, we've all been kind of, oh, it'd be so cool, it'd be such an incentive. But then I thought about it from a system level impact. There's so many damn YouTubers out there. There's probably like 600 plus that like, and then if there was some kind of program, I can imagine another 600 would start channels and it would be a dog eat dog scenario.
Yeah.
And it would be
that's
really
kind of what makes it fun though, right?
But VeVe wins.
Hey,
I mean, it's gonna be
we win. We win in that scenario.
You win I think it's like, you win regardless, but yeah.
It's just more competitors, Chad. Like you're going to be up there on stage and you're going to have like the Chad copycats that are going to come in their closets and they're going to be like, hey, their dog's they're going to have a cuter dog or something.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have a cuter dog, but I do think they might have a nicer basement. But
yeah, well, I like it, dude. We just got to put some Batman wallpaper over there on that 2x4, and then I think
something needs to be done there. It's weird, like odd lumber. Change
it's mom's basement vibe, that's the vibe I'm going for. So
I love it. So like you got lumber on one side, we got drywall on the other. Like but basically used to be
I feel like he's under a stairwell.
Yeah.
He's in a closet. So I mean let's just
listen, I'm
impressive. I mean,
I'm friends with Harry Potter, all right? So that's where I get the idea from.
If all you need is more lighting. You get more lighting. We wallpaper that 2x4.
That's it.
And we're in the right. Let's get some like Batman wallpaper or something, and we'll figure it out.
Somebody just said lumber power outages Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely a vibe.
That's it. I'm. You know what? We'll see. I've got more subscribers since, so maybe it's more relatable to the current economy.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna probably head out. I gotta start Don't AMA in about half an hour, and then I still have some emails to get out. So I just kind of went a little long there. I apologize if I was rambling.
No, you know what? Alex, people like hearing this stuff. They like the context, right, Magic? I'm sorry to interrupt, Magic.
No, go ahead.
They like the context. They like to understand because people are diehard VeVe, man. Like and that's what's crazy about all this is people are getting tattoos of VeVe, and now they got to get a tattoo upgrade. But
Yeah.
No, look.
R.I.P.
I know that's been look, I understand how some people may feel like that's a bit of a rug pull, but I see it as like you are a solidified OG. Like you've been there, like, and you did it. You committed yourself for the purpose of a gold and silver logo to get that thing inked on your body. It doesn't make it any less valid of a logo, or that like, it's just we had to upgrade it to position ourselves for the future. And I don't think we even knew that the logo was going to be changing that much at that point. Otherwise, I would not have asked people to get a tattoo.
Oh, you actually asked people?
Oh yeah, put it. I was like, I was kind of I said to Dorm, I go, hey, we're sharing a convention center with a tattoo convention. We should say, because we're giving away gold and silver logo cards, we should say anybody who gets tattooed, VeVe logo tattooed, will give it a gold and silver logo. And I was saying it jokingly. He's like, oh, that'd be a great idea. We just like flippantly said it, and I just literally did not think anybody would do it, because why?
Yeah.
But as we tend to do, we underestimate the fandom and the cult of
At least they didn't do the full back, like the old school tattoo on the back.
Well, it's funny, most people had it in their arm or like right here in the forearm. And then one guy came up to me and he was like, pulling down his, I was like, what is happening? Like, I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I got it like right on his hip. And I was like, all right, here you go. Hey, props, I guess. Like, I don't know.
They'll see it in the sauna.
Yeah. You're right, though. There's going to come a time where, this new logo is very easily known, but there's not going to be a lot of people that know that old logo. And there's some bragging rights there.
Right. Exactly.
I think it's cool.
But stay tuned for some new whatever that next event is. We'll have some fire merch designs. But I know. Sorry, Blockchain. Didn't mean to scare anybody there with the pants down. I'm sure that's going to be gift and memed heavily, but.
Well, you can't do worse than Silicon today in our talk with Brock, and he was talking from the bathtub.
I'm clean.
Is that why you're still wearing a bathrobe?
Yes,
I'm clean. Hey, look. You guys.
What are you going to show us?
I've got the women of VeVe represented right here.
There we go.
Okay. Nice. I do like that design. Who made that design? Is that Smells Fun?
Yes.
No. I thought it was.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, Magic.
Shoot, I'm blanking on his name. I feel bad. It's not Smells Fun though. Max has that shirt too.
I like that shirt a lot. I thought it was really cool. So we will have some. Hopefully we can start to expand on the whole digital T-shirt thing. Some good learnings from the first 3 that we did, but I think moving forward we're going to probably try to do them. The problem is with the Comic-Cons, if we do Marvels, I can't do them there because we can't sell anything out of that booth. So it's going to be contingent on being at like, if we do another summer kickoff party, or if we're at DCon.
Nice
so that
hats.
gives me some time.
Nice, Alex.
Hats,
like baseball style hats.
Yeah. So I don't have that hoodie here, but So I want to get some of the Heart logo hats.
Cool.
And then I do want to get some shirts and I have a different taste, let's say, than David does. Like the gold and silver shirt, for gold and silver logo shirt, for instance, that fabric was hot, super high quality, but I don't like the feel of it. It sits on me weird, I got moobs. I'm a bigger dude, so that just doesn't sit well. So I like a nice streetwear type level shirt.
Yeah, it's not like cotton, right? It felt like it was like some kind of nylon or something.
It was like a poly blend, yeah. And I'm like, I get that you think that is higher quality and probably is more expensive, etc. But I don't want to wear that, like, unless I'm working out, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I'm shitting on David a lot today here. Sorry.
Here's all we
I
gotta
don't mean
do.
to, yeah.
We just gotta have a community community's already doing this. They're making their own shirts, they're doing their own stuff.
Yeah.
And so like it would be cool to have like some contests around that or something. And that because the fans want to wear the logo, they want to wear the official merch or whatever. Like we're just hardcore fans. And so like, I got my sleeping hat on here, my number 8.
Yeah,
I've
well,
got my other VeVe hat right here.
I had to settle for the
The bracelet.
yeah. There you go. Thanks, sleeping. Good looking out.
I had this one
I
made.
love sleeping.
I had this one made, and they spray painted it, and they actually made the logo and everything out of
Oh, wow, look
cardboard,
at
and they did it, and I had it signed by the team.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm looking. Most of what I'm looking to do will be pretty. I don't want to say understated, but like for instance, I like that hat. That logo is way too big for my taste. Right?
Yeah. I mean, this was like off the cuff, like at the fair or something,
Yeah. Here's another thing too. I don't think, and I gotta get off after this, but people were concerned that, for instance, the last community update video or like anything that we've put out as far as updates in the press release, why aren't they mentioning OMI? And like, because again, as part of the positioning to, being collectors, like we're not going to all of a sudden start talking about a utility token in crypto and muddy the message, right? We have to be very focused about what we're doing. And, now that we're going to do, kind of quote unquote mass marketing, we are going to talk probably less from the VeVe handles or in the context of VeVe about the token.
Right.
We are building up the marketing side on the Comey side. So for instance, Reese is ramping up all of his outreach efforts and having more of a cadence coming out of those socials, Discord, etc. All focused on OMI utility, etc. Just because we want to keep to those two things separate, even though they are very intertwined, we'll start to have a path of how to weave people in once they're in the ecosystem to get them to understand if they're curious about the token, that we get them in the token. But to go out with like that much message is like, NFTs are already scary. We don't need to be talking about, and then the burning circulating supply and blah, 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 blah.
I think, the perspective from like the community, I think one perspective could be that like people thought that they could take their OMI, put it in their in VeVe, right, and then buy their NFTs that way. So they were like, okay, these are, and I know they can still do that right now. They can cash it in, right, convert it, but there's that transaction, that bank transaction that has to happen before, versus just sending OMI to your OMI wallet. So I think that that's kind of why I think that what like more of the Web3 people or the crypto people we're hoping for that, right?
Yeah. I see somebody asking about stickers with QR code. I agree. I tried to do stickers, but conventions in particular have rules about handing out stickers, Comic-Cons in particular. But I do think QR code, having a QR code that we did that a lot on the booth, for instance, at DCon. I want something more significant with the with that QR code to happen, as opposed to just driving you to download the app, right? I want that QR code to initiate a redemption, like an actual collectible redemption. Right? It just technically we're not there yet, but I would love to get to that point. But I think stickers would be fun just to have in general. I put that heart sticker on. I have actually one of the smells fun kind of beachy decon logo stickers on
Those are cool.
on my laptop now, which is really cool. But,
you made this little VeVe magic pin, which I thought was pretty dope.
Oh, I like those. Yeah, I saw that. I saw yours at decon. Remember that? That's pretty cool.
It was Energy on Tour that did the shirt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, could not grab.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good for sure. Yeah, there's a fair number of like talented artists and designers in the community.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name. It's like Jed or something, or Jed or
JEG.
JEG, yeah, with the logo, the old V and the NFT project, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. I know you got to get ready
All right.
for your John AMA. I'll probably be a little late because I got to do giveaways and stuff, but I will be tuning in for
Yeah,
sure.
this one's going to be a fun one. It's masked, so we're going to talk comics, but also he's bringing Miami with him, so it's going to be all throwback booty bass.
Oh
And
boy.
we're probably going to do
Oh,
it a little different this time. We're not going to play song by song. We're going to just go into a full-on mega mix. So
Wow.
put on your
And your setup is always so good, Alex. So I'm guessing you have a professional like plug in to your phone or anything.
No, it's literally a speaker and the phone. I just happens to be a good speaker.
Yeah, because like when you
the trick is don't use do it from the computer speaker. Do it like an external speaker, and that speaker has to be a single speaker. It can't be like stereo, because if it's stereo, if the channels are separated, then the phone can't pick up properly, right? And then you get that fade in and fade out. So it's like one of those little Bose kind of speakers, and I just put the phone right up next to it, and it catches it really well.
You got to get these guys on your John AMA.
Yeah, I've talked to Chad about it. Still trying to get you guys, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game. Just give me a couple weeks notice.
Yeah.
And then we can all get on Chad's channel if you want. Like I'm game.
Yeah, I do owe Chad an appearance.
Yes.
So, although I've probably exhausted all my branding talk at this point.
I'll send you a Chad sweatshirt. I gotta get one of those.
Do you have merch?
I do. Yeah, it's actually, I've sold maybe about 30 sweaters, which is not bad. Yeah, so it's been pretty cool. My sister actually does it for me, so she's the one getting all the small profit margins. It's just another way she actually lives in the States, my sister. She's in Michigan, so it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool.
And if you come on my stream, Alex, I'll make sure that I like paint the walls and stuff, right? So when you come here, and I'll have I'll have you like profile pic right on this wall.
That logo.
You got some time, yeah. Let's get that situation in order. You need a Batman poster. You need some platinum stuff. What is that in the background, Magic?
My background?
Yours, yeah.
Which part?
The platinum, or it's like.
Oh yeah, that's my 100th bucket.
Oh, cool! Popcorn
100.
bucket. Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will catch you guys later.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good. Thank you so much, Alex.
Alex.
Take care. Have a good weekend. Oh, happy it's holiday weekend too. So if you're off,
Yeah.
well, not the Chad, he's Canadian.
I actually am.
Doesn't celebrate our presidents. Oh, really?
Yeah, we have it. So it's called Family Day here in Canada.
Oh,
yeah.
I love how you guys try to kind of sync the holidays.
Yeah,
They don't want to be left out.
we always try.
You muted yourself, Alex.
Yeah, my headphones died, so that's how long I've been on. All right, take care.
All right, see you later.
See you later.
Well, that's awesome. I need to do giveaways.
Nice.
So you guys can help me. So for anybody that doesn't know, I got heavy into collecting the Disney 100 medallions. They're really cool. I've got.
Do you have all of them?
No, one machine was broken. I was not pleased. I even asked twice if they could open the machine and just give me the coin.
You should have just started crying right there.
Where's the magic? So there's a whole bunch of them. And I'm actually going to get more of them. And supposedly there's 11 machines. Supposedly there's a 12th coming. I actually made a TikTok. So part of the content I do is I like to do Disney content like away from VeVe, because if I can get those eyes onto my content, they can then see the VeVe stuff. So I just posted that TikTok yesterday, and it has almost 1,000 views and a couple of like Disney fans asking questions about the coins and stuff. So I don't know. That makes me happy, because I'm like, okay, hopefully you'll see the other stuff and maybe be like, oh, what's this? What's VeVe? So I have one extra set. These were my favorite set. I've got, let's see if it's going to show. I've got Minnie Mouse. I've got, this is the storyteller statue.
You didn't call me. I would have just PayPal'd you.
You want a set, bro?
Next time.
I'm going to go again. Do you want a set?
I know you're going to be like this weekend, probably.
No, not this weekend. Sorry, I get the Oswald.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's dope.
And then Steamboat Willie.
Wow, that's cool.
So
You can make jewelry out of that. You can make like a pendant.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
You make coin holders, so that go for jewelry. So you could literally get like there's these rings you can put around coins, and you can make a pendant and get like a silver chain, and make it match or whatever.
That'd be cool. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. So how should I do this? I hate doing giveaways because love doing giveaways. Hate though, like it being difficult. Like it stresses me out.
So do the My Collectible style where he scrolls up and then he scrolls down and he looks his head to the left and he like closes his eyes. I don't know. He does like a special thing.
I'll let him keep that. Okay, I could do a trivia question.
What about something you've tweeted?
What do you mean? Like
just in the past? Like I did my favorite, what did I tweet that was one of my favorite, vegan foods, right? And someone, Raven found it. So maybe something you've tweeted in the past, that's out on Twitter that your fans would know.
I can't even remember what I had for lunch. I can't remember my tweets. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
So let's do a trivia question.
But nothing that Chat GPT could answer.
Oh, I know the person that's gonna get this one, so I can't do it because we did. I did the Discord drop show this morning, and we did Princess Trivia. So I was gonna do that, but there's somebody in here that was there, and so if I use those questions, he'll definitely know.
How about Tinkerbell FA? Give me Tinkerbell FA date right now. Let's go.
Ooh.
What, in the movie?
Just FA character, Tinkerbell, her first FA.
Well, now I have to Google it so I can know.
You got 1927. Here's the first guess.
1904. Pre-World War I.
Oh, he's right.
Oh, wow. That's
Matt.
No, Michael's right.
Wow, Michael.
Oh, 1904. Okay.
Here I am laughing.
Appeared in the 1904 play Peter Pan.
Wow.
All right.
There you go. One coin.
Okay. Which coin would you like? You want Steamboat, Minnie Mouse, Oswald, or Storytellers?
I'd go Steamboat.
He knows his Disney. He's in my Disney club. He knows his Disney.
You better pick Steamboat.
He's gonna pick whatever he.
I'm just messing.
Oh, for the rest of you, because you'll probably win the rest of them.
Oh, he wants Oswald.
Oswald. Okay, so let me put that in my notes. Yeah, reach out to me, please. So I can get your information to send it to you. I'm actually really glad that he won one because he was messaging me wanting to know if he could get these coins in Florida. He wanted to collect them, and they're only available in California.
Wow. So you
Wait, what did Steve-O say? Oh. All right. Let me look real quick. Chad, are you excited about Lambo?
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm excited because it's actually pretty scarce as well, like some of the counts. So, but they're like attainable for, I'd say, like if somebody's. I mean, that's actually a pretty bad statement. For me, they're attainable. So I don't know how others feel about that, but I mean, I just think it's like something that I could potentially get, the secret rare especially. So I'm excited about that, and I feel like it'll be cool. A Lambo is something that anybody could be familiar with. If you want to try to get somebody into VeVe, it's like, hey, look at this Lamborghini. There's only 450 public editions in the world. What do you think about that? It's easy sell.
Nice. All right. Next trivia question is, how long was Genie stuck in the lamp for?
Oof.
Ooh, he said it too.
I said it?
No, he said it in the movie.
Right.
Who can Google the fastest?
A true fan will know that. Yes, Michael knows.
Michael's
that.
Like, I know.
A true fan will know that because that's a good quote from that movie. All right, Smarty Pants got it first according to the timestamp. Smarty Pants, let me know if you want Minnie, Oswald, or Steamboat Willie.
You have another Oswald?
I'm sorry, Storytellers, not Oswald. My bad. Thank you.
Yeah, I got your back, Magic.
2 weeks. Steamboat. All right. Nice. Congrats.
He wants
right.
the Lego kit. He doesn't want the coin.
What?
Or is he saying, let's go? I don't know. He
He's
said
saying, let's
Steamboat
go.
Lego.
All right. He gets Steamboat Willie. All right. Chad, you want to do a trivia question? Doesn't have to be Disney related.
Batman trivia. I got some Batman trivia.
Okay. You better know the answer because I won't.
Yep. What is the cover number of this?
Oof.
Do you know that?
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
Well, I'm asking Chad.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Is that right?
Dolly got it.
All right. So we have left Minnie Mouse or the California Adventure version of the partner statues, which is called Storytellers. So that's
what? There's a partner statue? Oh, yeah. California Adventure side.
Yeah, it's not called Partners, it's called Storytellers. And then Minnie Mouse. Let me know. Sorry, the glare is so bad.
was so close too.
How
about that? And our congratulations, Dolly.
Yeah, let me know which one you want, Dolly. And then can you reach out to me on either Twitter, Instagram, or Discord so I can get your information? Storytellers. Alrighty. So the last one will be Minnie Mouse. Chad, your turn.
All right. So to get the Minnie Mouse, you need to answer what comic Miles Morales first appeared in and the year that it was dropped. So what is the name of that comic and what year did it drop? And you can put it in acronyms if you want to.
Nice. I got some cool stuff in the... Is Kurt right?
Yeah.
All right.
Michael was there right behind him, but he's like, I don't want the win. That's so funny. Yeah.
He's so
good. Kurt got it. Oh, wait a sec. There's a few other people that got it too. I don't know what your timestamps say.
For me, it shows up that Kurt got it first.
Yeah, with the year. Yeah, exactly.
With the year. Yeah, the year was missing with the first with the.
Yeah. Nice.
Right. Okay, so Kurt, you get the Minnie Mouse coin. Can you please reach out to me? I don't have a way to reach out to you guys, so make sure that you reach out to me in order to get your information to send.
I got to give away something on this channel. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm going to turn off my camera.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to talk about my things I received in the mail today. This comes from a VeVe fam member, Dr. Rolex. Massive, massive shout out and thank you to him.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. He got a bunch of these at New York Comic Con. They're facsimiles, obviously, but very cool. Very grateful for that. And then I got a shipment notification a few days ago that another thing from D23 was getting shipped out to me. So I was really, really, really hoping it was the statue. But it wasn't. It was this, but a really nice. This is the first time I've been a D23 Gold member. This really nice magazine with the statue right there. So that's a statue I'm going to get at some point. Isn't he cool?
It's amazing. That's so sick.
Yeah, and it's just got a lot of great pictures and history and stuff in it. And then they love their magnets. People collect these, so I got a magnet as well. But yeah, I'm hoping that statue comes soon because I'm really excited for that.
That's so legit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you been into anything collectible lately?
Yeah, I've been like collecting every Miles Morales comic I can get my hands on. So I've got like about 9 or 10 being graded right now. Or like
really? Wow.
Yeah, and then I probably bought about 7 or 8 recently, like just key issues, because they're so cheap right now. Like, you know, once somebody I was talking to that's like a comic expert was saying, you know, if you look at like Amazing Fantasy number 15 with like first appearance of Spider-Man, all these subsequent major appearances of other characters like still are worth like a ton, right? They're a lot more scarce, mind you, but like they're saying if Miles Morales, let's just say, is a new next kind of generation Spider-Man, then if you're collecting these key issues 9.8 for like $150, who knows where the roof could be on that long term, right?
Go look at the Disney store, by the way. There's new Miles Morales gear. And I was like, this is dope, but it's like too fresh for me. You know what I mean? Like it's
like
I can't pull that shit off.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think I can either. So,
Here's what I'm going to give away.
oh, that's cool.
It's a old school Star Wars set, sealed Lego, the Duel,
That's fun.
and it is a certain age. So, first one that guesses the copyright date on this box wins.
That's got to be hard.
I mean, you got to be a fan. So,
Wow. Anyone get it yet?
we're guessing movie dates.
My collectibles.
All right,
Legos.
we got a winner. We got a winner.
Oh, nice.
A's Art.
Congrats.
A's
Oh,
Art.
Mentaholics was just behind him.
Yeah, that was so close. So you win this literally mint condition Lego set from when the movie came out. What are we, like 25 years? I don't know. What
Don't
year is it?
remind me.
23 years, 24 years later. I won't play with it. I won't open it. I promise.
You're just gonna mess up the box.
Can you send Magic your info and address, and then I will get it mailed out with a personal note for myself as a winner. Thanks for being a supporter of her channel.
And
Wow.
Instagram, Twitter, Discord. Find me any of those places. What are you doing,
not,
Chad?
not everyone can message me because I only have it set to who I follow.
Oh, right.
It's
Yeah, my
not
DMs are open.
I just don't want to get rugged, so I limit.
No worries. What are you doing, Chad?
Yeah, I'm gonna give away a Star Wars comic, number 21, which is really nice. I just picked it up. It's got a cool, like thing of Darth Vader there.
Cool background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just collect like a bunch of like old Star Wars comics, like some of them that are keys, some that aren't. So to get this comic, I'm sending out a bunch tomorrow because I gave away some stuff on my live. It's expensive when you start shipping to all these places in the world.
International.
Even stuff that's light is still expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's intense, right? So it's like, okay. But it's fun. It's part of
It's medium mail.
Did you see this?
Did
you know that?
No, I didn't, but it's all good. Like I'm glad I'm getting something valuable.
Wow.
See, like that's the chance that you would never open this box, right? So there you go.
Wow, nice gift.
Legit. It's legit, and that's Americans. That's probably like one.
Like I gave it away a $5 coin.
No. I mean, look, like I give away valuable shit all the time, so it's all good.
Yeah. This comic's only like about $25, but it's still a nice comic, but definitely not to that level.
And my collectibles would know. He's like the.
He's all in on.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
$125 right here. Well, you gotta step it up there, bud.
I know. I'm in my basement right now, so I feel like it's a little bit harder.
Don't let him guilt you. It's fine.
Yeah. What else do I want to get?
Don't give away anything I gave you.
You imagine that. I'm just repurposing your gifts. Actually, look at this. Somebody sent me this in as a gift.
Wow. Be careful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you put a picture up, didn't you?
Yeah, look at that.
Look at
nice.
that.
Batman Who Laughs, just like out of nowhere too. It's really nice. So
what a gift, man.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for this comic, to get it, you just got to write down the years that the first 3 Star Wars movies came out. Years that the first 3 Star Wars movies that came out.
I bet my collectibles knows that.
It's stuck in my head, like on repeat. Whenever I look for mint numbers.
Nice.
Did Vibes Man get it?
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats.
And this is actually the VHS of all 3 movies way back in the day.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're such nice covers too.
I'm writing this down just
Yeah, wait a minute. Is that last? I think that last.
So sorry, it's 1977 and 80 and 83, not 84,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
I was looking at the 84 going, that's not right.
Oh no.
Look how nice
I don't know. So it was Matt then, right? Is
Well,
that
technically, the official is Matt.
Yeah.
My collectibles was like trying to correct everyone. And Matt was the first one there.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. So reach out to. Are your DMs open, Chad?
Yeah. So whoever won, or who won that first? Because I feel like everybody's gonna reach out to me and be like, "Hey, it was me."
I have the name.
Okay.
It's
Perfect.
Matt. I don't know how to say your last name. I'm sorry. Hung or J.
Nice.
That's the Star Wars comic. All right. Well, it is 5 o'clock, which is when Alex starts his AMA, and I don't AMA, and I always try to tune in. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But thank you guys so much. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you that much, Chad.
Oh, it's fine. I was just vibing, man. I this is actually better for me because I came in off a sweat and I just wanted to chill with you guys. So
He's like ready to box. I'm like, he's got his shirt on. I'm like, is it like hot in Canada? Like, am I like, I'm wearing my robe over here trying to keep warm? Like Chad's like coming out in the streets with his,
I was gonna joke and be like, "Oh, did you just hit the gym in your tank top?" And then, but you beat me too. I'm like, "Oh, we really did."
Yeah, legit did. Yeah, and I was late. I thought I was gonna be like way earlier, but the time we finished the session, I was like, "Damn!" So that's my bad.
No, it actually worked out really well because we had a full stage at one point. So
Yeah.
I was actually a little stressed out about not being able to get everybody in because I'm on the free plan, so I only get 6 people at a time. So it worked out perfectly.
So whoever wants to sponsor an upgrade for VeVe Magic, like so she can get more people. She probably wants 100 people at once. Let's make it happen.
It's fine. I got to get a better camera first.
So she needs a camera first. So like I do like the one that Omi and Max and Janie have.
Yeah. I took a screenshot, but I probably lost it. So I need to ask them for that again because I like their camera a lot too. I might try and get that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure you can get a sponsor from a camera, company.
I don't know. All right. I'm not up there yet. But with that, thank you everybody for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. I thought we got a lot of great conversation and info. Great crowd. Appreciate everybody in the chat, all your support.
There you go. $2 Canadian.
Thank you.
Like $1.25.
And good luck everybody this weekend on the drops, especially Lambo. Yes. I hope we can all land it, but we'll see. And yeah, hopefully we'll do this again pretty soon. I'm enjoying these lives now that I figured out how to do it.
You're doing a great job. Hey, you know what, Magic? Yeah. Keep it up. Consistency. Same with you, Pirates. I love the consistency. You guys are coming out. You're doing stuff. You're out here. You got the people on your channel. Like, let's keep it going.
Yeah. And appreciate you, Silicon, and all the work that you've been doing in spaces lately. You've really helped bond the community together, fight the FUD. Even though there's been a lot of negative that's gone on, it has showed how amazing the community is and how we all band together. And you guys can FUD. It's just going to make us stronger. And so
stronger together. That's really it. And that the heart symbol like really came at the right time as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
isn't that funny?
Yeah, that
you're right.
Because people say things sometimes that they wouldn't tell you in real life, but they'll tell you behind an account. And so, like, I think we all have to realize, hey, like, we're all people here. We're all the same. We all bleed. We all, want to be successful. We all want to learn from each other. We all have talents. So, the community is so powerful, and I'm just so grateful that the community, just looks up to me a little bit, right? And
a lot.
We have a lot of people that are strong leaders in the community, really kind of keeping it together. And I think that goes a long way, and the community appreciates that, and just the people are just amazing. Everyone I've met, virtually, in person. Chad, I know we're still waiting for you, but we'll get our hug.
We're gonna come to him in August.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna go to Canada.
I love that.
And I have to show this off because I collect these, and this one is my favorite one because I love silver and I love black. And it is platinum for Disney 100. So I do have to show off.
I can't really see it. It's too blingy.
Isn't it beautiful?
Just messing with me.
I love it. So Thank you for noticing.
My collectibles, do I have to like wrap this in like a? I'm guessing I can't just throw this in a padded envelope now because I got to probably build a box for it. So I'll put it in a hard box so it doesn't get squashed by the postman.
All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thanks,
out.
everybody. Nice seeing you guys.
See y'all.
All right. See ya.